YouTube, this is Diamante. I want to thank you for taking a minute to stop by my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the 27-piece hairstyle that I just installed, and I'll just give you a little bit of information about how I do my 27-piece and the brand of hair that I tend to prefer when I do them. This is my third installation of the 27-piece. I've had some experience with using the Harlem Hair 27 and also Milky Way. For this installation, I used Newborn Free, and I have to say that Newborn Free is my favorite. The Newborn Free package is very similar to the other packages. It's just that the only difference for me was that the quality of the hair was just a little bit better than the Harlem Hair 27, and the Milky Way hair was pretty good quality. It was just that I thought the tracks were too thin and I was not able to really achieve the style that I was looking for. But with the Newborn Free, I'm very happy with how the style came out. The method that I used to install my 27-piece is very similar to some of the other videos that you will find on YouTube. So I've kind of watched those videos and sort of taught myself how to do it, as some of them were very, very useful in showing me how to do it. I've tweaked the method a little bit just so that the hairstyle comes out and fits my face and what my preferences are. I tend to do my hair on Sunday evenings or Saturday evenings, depending what I have going on. It is a Saturday morning and I had some extra time, so I thought, hey, I'll just go ahead and get my hair done for the week. This is a very economical hairstyle in that the package typically runs me about $10 at my local beauty supply store. I do a new installation of the 27-piece or whatever hair I'm using once a week. So it's about 40 bucks a month, and in this economy you really can't beat that. So just to give you a little bit of information about the style that I'm wearing today, my hair is braided underneath the quick weave. It's just braided straight back, no fancy pattern or anything like that. I have two stocking caps over the hair to sort of protect my hair from the glue. I will be honest, some of the glue does seep in to my hair, but I have a very good method of getting the glue out. It's very minimal and it's not really a bother to me. Those who are concerned about possibly having glue touch your hair, I would recommend putting a a plastic cap or shower cap underneath the stocking caps. The package does come with a stocking cap and a plastic cap to protect your hair. The only drawback to the plastic cap, again, is if you ever touch or scratch your hair, you are going to get sort of the paper bag or plasticky sound when you go to do it, which is, you know, just want to throw that out there that typically happens. I've used the cap, and I found that if I ever had to touch or scratch my hair in public, you could hear the rustling, and I didn't care for that too much. So I'll go ahead and get into the method that I use to install my 27 pieces. This is not a tutorial, but in case anybody's interested, I'll go ahead and throw the information out there. The way that I start at the nape of the neck. I use the number 2 level piece, and I'll show you what the number 2 piece looks like. It is about this length here, if you can see that. It is the medium length piece. I tend to take the hair, measure it across the nape of my neck, cut it when I'm satisfied that it reaches from ear to ear or from nape to nape, and then I put the glue on it and tack it down. I start off with this piece at the very bottom at the base because I like the sort of a tail effect, and I found this piece will give me that effect. Then moving up towards the back of my ears, I use these longer pieces. These are the number 3 level pieces, and they are long, and this is not a single track. This is a few tracks together, but you'll see here this is what a single track looks like. And so again, using the same method, I sort of measure and cut up until I get to about the back of my ears. Once I get to the back of my ears, I start to form the sideburns. But before I get into how I do the sideburns, I'm going to just show you what the back of my hair looks like, so you can sort of see that tail effect that I was talking about here, if you can see that. I like that. I am not very good at shaping up or trimming my hair in the back. I just can't seem to get the clippers or to ever get it to line up the way that I want it to line up. But I am very happy with having just the natural sort of curls and wispies around the nape of my neck. I like that. So, but if you're really good at using the clippers and trimming your neck up, you can get a very clean, streamlined look in the back. I prefer the curly effect. So, moving on to how I do the sideburns. The sideburns are the number 2 pieces, and what I do is I install three number 2 pieces. One here, and one here, going diagonal. Just tack them down like up to about right here, and that gives me the full sideburn effect. I prefer fuller sideburns with my hairstyle. I just think it looks better on my face. I know that some people, if you don't want sideburns, you don't have to have them. You can totally, you can either install them and then cut them off to the point where you're satisfied, or if you're like me and you like sideburns, the number 2 level P, the medium pieces, give you a very nice sideburn effect. Once I'm done with the sideburns, I start to place the pieces around the perimeter of my head. My preference is to have my hair sort of flatter on this side and to have it layered and fuller with the feathering look on this side. I like the hair very short. I know that some people have the very long or a longer extension in the front. I like a very short cropped boy cut. So what I tend to do is use the number 2 and the number 3 pieces. I don't use the number 1 pieces at all in my hair, because I found that when you have to go back and sort of thin the hair out, the number 1 pieces get more choppy, whereas the number 2 and 3 pieces give you more flexibility when it's time to trim. So what I do is I start to layer in the pieces around my head. On this side of my head, all of the pieces line up, meaning that they all start right here at my temple, and then I wrap the hair around, and as I come around, they sort of wind and layer one above one another so that I get this feather look. So it starts out the same level here, wrap it around, and sort of bring the pieces in. I do use the closure piece. If you look here, you can see the closure piece. I like the closure piece to sit back a little bit further so that when you look at me, you don't see the sort of spiraling head on. I like to keep it sort of back here where the natural spin of your, the natural, sort of base of your hair would appear if this were your natural hair. I just continue to do that I primarily use the number 3 pieces. I will layer in an occasional number 2 piece just to give it a fuller look. Tack on the closure piece as you come in, as this piece starts to close in more. And that's basically how it's done. I mean, there are tons of videos and tutorials out there that will show you how to do it, and so that you can accomplish this look. I work in a professional environment, so I try not to be too adventurous with my hair, and I found that this is a very polished and professional look. If there's something that you're looking for anybody who's looking for a more edgy cut, you can always add color to it. You can always add some longer pieces, but I need a very simple, clean look, and I found that this one is one that will help me accomplish that. I actually do the trimming around the ears, and to sort of get the more tapered look, I use 3 instruments to accomplish this. Very, very simple. Your standard hair cutting scissors, a comb razor, and hair clippers. But what I start off doing is I will comb the hair around, down the hair that's sort of at the bottom here, falling around the ears. I will trim out a space for the ears. I'm going to clean the ears up with the trimmers. So you just kind of cut, and just to get that very tapered, razor sharp look there. Again, I like sideburns, so that's the reason why I have to use the clippers to get those to look how I want them to look. This comes in handy when you are trying to, if the hair is very bulky and a little bit more thicker than what you like, you can use this to thin the hair out and to create layers. Again, the reason why I don't use the very short pieces is because I found that when you go in with this tool, those pieces tend to get very sharp, short, and jagged, whereas there's more flexibility with the medium and long pieces to use this tool. So yeah, so it's very simple. You just sort of take the hair and slide the razor down just to thin it out to a consistency that you like. This hairstyle is very, very versatile. As you can see, I can just sort of style it and play with it with my fingers to create different looks. I mean, just with that, you see that the hairstyle looks altogether different. If I want the hair swept away from my face, I can just use my fingers to style very, very easily. This is one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of this hairstyle, because I wake up in the morning, remove the scarf or the wrap that I put around my head, and I go. And that's, you know, with a busy lifestyle, that's something that you may need to do. So, again, just if you're interested in knowing how to trim the hair, those are the 3 instruments that I use. I don't do any trimming around the neck other than to remove any sort of growth that I may have of my own natural hair around the perimeter at the nape of my neck. So thank you again for watching.